From raging jealousy to falling away from the spotlight, it isn't really surprising to see Jada lying so she can stay relevant. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor and today I'm counting down the top 10 Jada Pinkett Smith lies exposed to everyone part 2. So what do you think Jada is lying about, and let us know in the comments below. Coming in at number 10, Jaden's real father. Jaden's birthday may not actually be his exact birthday, and with many of you speculating in the last video, he may not actually be Will Smith's child. Okay, so hear me out. It's been said that Jaden Smith was born on July 8th, 1998, but what if I told you the actor was born in 1997? Now you're probably wondering who Jaden's father is about now, and if you haven't been able to do the math, just figure out that Tupac actually might be Jaden Smith's real father. Let me explain the math to you. So we all know Tupac passed away September 13th, 1996, and before he passed away, we know he was completely in love with Jada, and that Will was so jealous of their close bond. However, on top of Will's jealousy, something just doesn't add up when it comes to Jaden's birthday. With Jaden being born in July 8th and Tupac's passing being in September of 1996, just 10 months beforehand, it suggests that the Smith family covered up Jada's pregnancy for over a year before announcing she was pregnant, and then when the star actually finally gave birth, she kept Jaden's day a secret, so people wouldn't speculate that he was really Tupac's son. And she could keep this perfect family image, and if you don't believe me, just look at Tupac's photos and Jaden's photos, they look alike. Number 9, the bald head. So from the last video, a lot of you have been questioning to why Jada would shave her head if she didn't have alopecia. So after diving deep through all of your comments, I saw one of you mention that you knew Jada was lying for a while now, as she once told all of her followers that the reason she went bald in the first place is because her daughter asked her to go bald and she agreed. After then diving into the internet to see if the comment was true, I was shocked to find out this comment was 100% true, as Jada only started whining about her alopecia condition after the 2022 Oscars. And this is when she retracted her previous statement and tried to explain to the world that Willow made her shave her head because it was time to let go of her balding head. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss out on what we might just cover next. Coming at number 8, we have the plastic surgery. With the scars on Jada's head not being caused by alopecia, like she once told many of her fans and followers, it makes you wonder what the scar could have been caused by. Well, with many theories circulating on TikTok, among the footage made would also be a video made by a hair surgeon named Dr. Gary Linkoff, in which he discussed Jada's alopecia. With the video now receiving over 1.2 million views, in one snippet Gary would address the scar that is on top of her head that she has pointed out on social media numerous times. While Gary went on to note that there isn't a single hair loss condition that he knows that could even cause such a linear scar marking of the hair loss she has, he would go on to note that he strongly believes that Jada may have had a brow lift done, as the purpose of this traditional brow lift procedure she has had done is to remove any sagging skin from the brow by pulling back towards the top of your head. And this is where her scar is resting in the typical incision that is done by this procedure. And it isn't really far-fetched in the slightest way to believe that she did in fact have this brow lift done. And the fact that we can still see the hair particles on her head to where the scar exists shows that she might just be trying to cover up her plastic surgery procedure. Number 7, forced to marry Will. Jada Pinkett Smith once said that she cried on her horrible wedding day during an episode on her infamous Facebook Red Table Watch series. In the episode, the actress would admit that she's never really agreed to the construct of marriage and that she never wanted to be married. With Jada saying, "I didn't want to get married, and now Gammy's gonna run to Will crying about I don't want to have a wedding. Now I'm being forced to have a wedding when I really just wanted it to be the two of us on a mountain because this is serious business." It would cause Jada's mother to apologize for not respecting her wishes. Later in an episode, Jada then went on to say, "I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I went crying down the freaking aisle. I cried the whole way." Meanwhile, Will would go on to say he wanted a family since he was at the age of 5 and he wanted to get married and have this perfect family, and he was really excited on the wedding day. However, when you're a grown adult, you have the power to make your own decisions. No one really forces was due to get married. Also, if you look at photos on the couple's wedding day, not only was she glowing, but she was also seen with the biggest smile we have ever seen her have on her face. Number 6. Hated her surprise party. Will and Jada's relationship has been the talk of the town since 2015, since August Alsina went public. In July of 2022, a video would surface on the internet and Jada would come under fire for her reaction to a surprise party Will threw for the star. After Will took 3 years to plan her 40th birthday party on her show, Jada would mention that her 40th birthday party made her hit this midlife crisis. Will then took his time to make sure the whole day went perfect by hiring a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday party, and he even had a documentary team trace down Jada's family roots, including some very exclusive tapes that Jada's grandmother recorded for her before she passed away. Will wanted the day to be so perfect to show Jada that he had all this love for her, but to Will's surprise, Jada acted like she didn't even like the party at all, and she even went on to crush the star for it. Any girl would have swooned over the idea that their husband took this much time to plan something like this, because the sad reality is today, no one does something as sweet as this anymore, and girls have resorted into buying themselves flowers because men won't do it for us. So when Jada said she didn't like it, she was really just mad at the fact that she's never loved Will, and he knows that, but he still tries to shower her with love, so maybe she will love him back one day. Also, let's face it, if she didn't like the day, she wouldn't still be talking about it. She just wanted to embarrass her husband for treating her like a queen, because she'll never stop treating him like he's a peasant. Number 5. Helped August. With Jada admitting that she had an affair with August Alsina, she would then go on to note that August was troubled during their relationship and that she was helping him deal with a lot of things. When the actress sat down with the Post, she would say, "You can look at August and see that there's a certain amount of pain that he is feeling, and you can hear the words that he's trying to speak his truth while he's still protecting the Smith family in the process." With Jada previously saying that she was mentoring him throughout their relationship, it really has us all wondering what kind of mentoring she was giving him, as in the end of their relationship, he was left feeling like he gave his all to their relationship, and he was only left feeling devastated and hurt. It's clear Jada never helped August, and all she really wanted to do was destroy him. During their relationship, August was already dealing with abandonment issues, as he was abandoned by his parents and he was hustling just to make ends meet. He was also struggling with an autoimmune condition that caused him to be hospitalized on multiple occasions. And one time he even ended up in coma for 3 days. Jada never helped him, and she took advantage of his situation, so she never had to feel lonely, and she just used August until she could convince Will that he couldn't stay away from her. Number 4. Hates blonde women. So if you watch the Red Table Talk show, then you know Jada once admitted that she hates white women, especially if they have blonde hair. However, you know what's strange about her claim? It's that the actress also dons blonde hair from time to time. With Jada claiming that she only hates blonde white women because they bullied her in high school, it made us all look back to think about how many blonde girls we actually went to high school with. There's not that many, okay? Maybe like 3 to 4 in your whole class, let alone your whole school, depending where you are. Moving on, if blonde hair really triggered her, then why has she gone on to don the same look? Because if she truly had this trauma, when it came to blonde hair, we probably wouldn't see her donning these looks. Not to say that she hasn't been bullied, but I strongly believe that everyone has been bullied at some point in their life, but she just definitely doesn't have a bias towards blonde women, and it's clear if she does, she likes to become the people she hates. Number 3. Discipline kids. Will and Jada have been very vocal about their decision not to punish their kids, as Jada strongly believes that their kids should have to suffer their own consequences and figure out how to dig themselves out of their own holes. However, this definitely isn't the case, as they have been exposed for punishing their kids on multiple occasions. The first incident is when Will and his ex-wife had to call Jada out for punishing Will's first son, Trey, to the point Will even had to put the actress in her place and pretty much told her that she couldn't punish a kid that wasn't hers no matter how he acted. The second being when police and social services started to investigate Will and Jada after photos of Willow started to go viral online, and it was stated that Willow was looking a little malnourished. And the third incident would be the fact that Jada also forced her kids to attend the New Leadership Academy, which happens to be a school she helped open in one of her homes for the Church of Scientology. And the school strictly had the entire curriculum based off of Scientology teachings. And if you force your kids to study a cult-based curriculum, that's just another form of punishment, to the point it's not really surprising to why their children feel abandoned and had thoughts about leaving home when they were still teenagers. Number 2, loves her family. I strongly believe that Jada has never really truly loved her family. Because let's face it, the only one Jada can ever love truly is herself. Have you ever noticed when Jada's family brings up their problems, she can't just wait to bring them onto her infamous Facebook watch series, so she can discuss all the details about the problems within it, and it makes it look like she isn't the problem in many of these issues. It just seems like Jada knows her career isn't going anywhere, and in the process of her realization, she knows she has to rely on her famous family and their personal issues to make her famous. As not only has Jada exposed her family, but in the process she has lied, manipulated, and belittled her family to show that she has no shame in her actions, and if she really was a loving wife, daughter, mother, and friend, she wouldn't be hurting her loved ones and exposing them the way she is. And coming in at number 1 today, we have her relationship with Tupac. Okay, so you all know how Jada has been like preaching about her relationship with Tupac and how it's always been strictly platonic. Well, it seems like this may not be the case, as Jaden Smith has once even stated that the late rapper even once proposed to his mother in an interview, and it goes on to prove that her relationship with Pac was definitely more than just platonic. In the past, Jada has spoken about how she had a really close relationship with Tupac on numerous occasions, and that the two met when attending the Baltimore School for the Arts together in the 1980s, with Jaden admitting that Jada and Pac were best friends. It would then prompt Big Boy to make a joke saying, well, they say marry your best friend, but I'm glad they didn't, a sentiment Jaden first agreed with while laughing. However, in another interview, he then would go on to whine about how he wished his dad was Tupac, but lucky for him, his dad actually might be Tupac. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches. Until the next one, remember to stay juicy.